everyone, I'm Alex from BLINQ, and this is my colleague Jan. What we're doing the next generation dating app. We're working with beacons, and I want to show or tell you how we work with them. First, what are we doing? We want to be the most trusted mobile solution to connect you with new people, and we want to connect the right people at the right place and at the right time. So before I tell you more in detail, just a short overview about ourselves. It's me, Alex. I have a background in accounting and finance. Jan has a background in mechanical engineering, and he programmed several apps before. And Selina, she's in charge of our marketing and the deployment of the beacons. We have several angel investors and the biggest TV station in Switzerland. So how does it work? You log in with Facebook. From there we take your likes, we take your places, schools and photos, and from there you can create a profile, and then the existing community votes if you get in or not. And we do that to ensure the quality of our user base. Approximately 75% get accepted and 25% get rejected. But once you're in, you can vote, or you can swipe through stacks of people by saying hi or bye. If you have a match with each other, you can chat. You probably know this from other dating apps like Tinder or similar ones. But that's only our basic functionality, and we want to go a step further. Because when we have a look at the evolution of online dating, it started with these complex dating sites where you had to fill out these questionnaires with questions such as, what is your favorite color? Do you like dogs? Do you smoke? Whatever. This is quite time consuming, and it takes more time to sit at home at your computer than really meeting people. What happened after that? These proximity-based mobile dating apps evolved, like Tinder or Badoo or Lovoo, probably you know them. And we think it's not the end. We want to go one step further and create this contextual-based mobile dating. What does that mean? We use beacons to provide a much better experience for users. Because we identified like 3 major problems these dating apps have at the moment, and this is the low efficiency. If you know Tinder, about 1.5 hours is the average time spent on that app per day from a user, and we think this is quite inefficient if you really want to meet people. Then another problem is that the meetings are quite rare. You have a lot of matches, you text to some of them, and you only meet really few people. And then the third one is there's a low relevance of recommended users, so you have to swipe through, I don't know, thousands of profiles until you find someone who really fits to you. So that's what we want to solve with passively matching our users at bars and nightclubs, and with our contextual location information, we want to provide better recommendations. So how does that work in detail? As you can see here, we want to transfer the whole online dating into the offline world with the beacons. As you can see, we've placed them in nightclubs and bars, because we think the online dating is only good if you can meet that other person as fast as possible. And that's why we instantly connect users if they're at the same location using this iBeacon technology. And as you probably know from before, everything is in the background, so you don't have to open the app. We just tell you once someone relevant is close to you. And how does it really work? We've placed these beacons in clubs and bars, and we can detect if someone gets into the beacon range. And then we will send this information to our servers and check if there's another person close to you, or in the same region, or in the same club or bar. And if there are two people of our app in there, we notify them that they're at the same location. They should meet up. So far, we've deployed our beacons in about 50 locations in Zurich, Switzerland. That's where our home base is. And we've done that in bars, clubs, cafes, restaurants, and just in places where people want to meet. And at the moment, our top locations are generating about 100 visits per day. And in total, we've had about 150,000 visits in all these locations. But now, what can we do more? We can not only connect people with each other, but we also have a very nice tool to drive traffic to nightclubs, bars, and cafes through this Insta Connect features. Because we have installed like a beacon inside the club to see if someone is inside, and we've placed a beacon outside the club to see who's walking by. And if we know that someone's walking by and one of the matches is in the club, we can deliver a push notification and says, one of your matches is in there. Why don't you go and have a drink together at the bar to get to know each other better? So this is a quite nice feature for clubs and bars to drive traffic, and it's really cool for the user because you can connect it with your match. Then another use case, we work with the casino in Switzerland or in Zurich, and what we do, we have placed beacons all around the casino, so we can detect if people walk by and trigger them an offer about what we do now is we get vouchers for the people. So if you walk by and we tell them, okay, go in there and play around for 20 francs. And the newest thing we're doing now, this is quite cool. We work together with a ski resort where we have placed our beacons here at all the stations and the restaurants, upper ski heads, and we want to connect people there. And what we do, we work with the brand Campari and Aperol, and we offer people for the first time they meet a drink when they go on this nice chairlift together. You have a ride up for 15 minutes, and if you're up there, you get a free drink if you like each other. And if you don't like each other, you can get 5 drinks, and then you probably like each other. You don't know. But this is quite a cool case because it's something new that has never been done before. But I think the coolest thing about this now is our real-time heat map, because with the beacons we can determine in real time in what club and what bar the most attractive crowd is. So here you see a map. It's combined GPS data and the pins are our top 5 locations where we have beacons, and you can see where how many people are in this venue, and the rest you see where to go, where it's hotter, where are the better people. And this is quite a nice thing to know. Before you go out, you check, okay, where do I have to go? And everything is in real time, so you really know the crowd in there is hot or not. What we have to do now is we started in Zurich with these 50 locations. We acquired them one by one. We have Selina, who went out and established each connection to the bar and to the club, but it is super time consuming and it's not that efficient. So what we are working now on is on a larger scale beacon deployment outside of Switzerland, and therefore we're in talks with consumer brands because we want to leverage on their channels, such as Campari or InBev or Absolut Vodka. They already have these connections to these bars and nightclubs because they deliver them every day, and we want to try to get with their channels into these bars and nightclubs without having to establish each connection one by one. And for this brand, it's quite interesting. because they have for the first time the possibility to activate their customers or their consumers in the right context. Because when you're in a bar or when you walk by a bar and we tell you, hey, come on in and get an absolute for free, it's quite a cool case for that. And that's the second point as well. We drive traffic to these locations, and last but not least, we can deliver quite nice customer insights through our data, so we know how long people are staying in there, what kind of people are in there, because we have the Facebook data, so we know the age, we know the gender, we know how long they're staying there, we know about their likes, and this gives a quite nice overview for these brands to know what kind of people are engaging with them. Yeah, that's more or less it. Download the app now and have fun. So if you have any questions, just shout. Yeah. When? Tomorrow. With you, I think. Per unique user. Do you know it?
What do we have? Oh, sorry. We don't have exact statistics for the relationship. All we can do is measure if people actually meet up at the bar, and we can see if they have an Insta match. But as I said, as Alex said before, the basic functionality is like Tinder, so we have lots of matches there every day. And right now we're improving the software that we can push or connect people better. Right now it's really the same location when you're at the same time within a certain time frame within a bar. And now we're also looking at different beacons that are close by. That would also be interesting to see if I'm at one bar, the girl is at another bar, you could connect each other. So right now we have daily Insta matches, but you can also do it with statistics. We can improve this a lot. Not at the moment. We're in talks with a couple of big brands that will help us for the deployment in Europe. But yeah, we'll see how this all works out. How do you mean that? Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah, we gather it right now for us internally to learn about the user behavior, so we can match people better. So this is really important because, as he said, the big problem is right now with Tinder and all the other apps, you're sitting at home and writing all the time, and we need to find out also with other data, maybe motion data or activity data of where people, when are they actually ready to be matched. We want to find the right time and the right place to match people together, and not when I'm actually on the way home after work. We want to find out actually when you go to the club or a bar and you're willing to meet new people. This is what we're trying to find out from this whole data set. Yes, well, we collect the beacon data for each person over time, and this we're right now in a stage of a collection, and we started analyzing the data, and we also see interesting patterns of where people go and when they're actually willing. When they turn on the function, this Insta Connect function, you can turn it off if you want to, because sometimes you're just not willing to meet new people. But yes, we use the historical data of the information that we collect over time with the beacons. No, that's the whole idea of the beacons, that you need to have the app, otherwise we cannot detect you. And it's also an advantage. So it's your decision if you want to be connected with BLINQ. Any other questions? Thank you.